Okay, so we have a LG fancy smart refrigerator, and this one is leaking out of the dispenser. They think an ice maker is leaking. So what I found, what happens with these, that sometimes there's too much water coming into the ice maker, and this little compartment, this clear plastic, when the ice maker filling up, it overflows and it starts leaking out here and over here, and when you're dispensing ice, you're getting water with it. So I noticed that there was too much water pressure. So make sure you're getting the right filter. LG, this one, they have a right one here. But I've seen people buy non-OEM filters, more pressure. And basically there's no good cure just to lower the water pressure. It's not designed for a lot of water pressure. So we can test this one here. Pulls this guy up, water. It's not too bad. And actually this particular fridge, I'm not 100% yet sure, but I just saw one earlier today, was exactly the same fridge. And that was the cause on this one, on that one. But on this one, I'm not 100% sure yet, so I'm gonna run the test here. So right now there's water in the tray. There's a on-off switch here. And the test button on this one is right here, this guy. You gotta press it, you hear the beep. It beeps, that means it's running, and then it will cycle, and I will dump the cubes out. In this case I already dumped the cubes. I'm just gonna run it one more time. There's water in it, so I'm gonna run it just to see if I'm getting any water in without overflowing. So I'm going to dump out the old water out of the tray. It's not frozen yet. So I'm going to enable the start the testing cycle here. Press the button. So it does this back and forward a little. Break up the cubes. Okay, dump the water out. Flip it back up. What I did notice that the tray wasn't perfectly back in the position. It was kind of on an angle. And here we go. Now it's filling up. But I've seen it when it's a lot of pressure, it basically sprays over the top of that plastic and it leaks here. So there could be a couple things. In this one I'm suspecting a bad ice maker because it wasn't in the perfect position. So basically was a little bit sideways, the tray, and probably leaked the water it was trying to fill. So I'm gonna order a new ice maker for this one, but like I said, it could be something simple as just too much water pressure. So what you can do, you can find your water line to the fridge. Usually it's either behind the fridge or in the basement, and turn the knob just a little bit, just lower the water pressure just enough, and so this guy is not overflowing, overspraying. So once again, this is the LG refrigerator with the ice maker built in the door that was leaking out dispenser. I didn't see the leak. When I came, everything was fine, so I just go over a few things that could be causing it. One of the things that are common is the cube gets stuck sometimes here in this door if it doesn't close properly. That opens and closes. Oh, there's water coming out right here. So basically, yeah, the water happens because if the warm air getting through that door melts that ice, you'll get a dripping. So one of the things, the door is the common one. Another thing is common, the ice maker itself is broken and it's not finding position in the tray, which this one was a concern when I opened it up. The tray was kind of a little crooked, so I know it wasn't in a correct position for filling up water. The cubes were in it. I dumped the cubes with the test button, and it found itself the right position, but it tells me that possibly in the past I wasn't able to find the position, and maybe that's why it leaked. And another thing that I just saw actually today on a different fridge was that the fill, basically there's a fill tube there. You can't really see it well. Basically the clear plastic is, that's where the fill tube is dumping water in, and the clear plastic redirects it into the tray. And when there's too much pressure coming, it overflows this clear plastic tray, and it kind of leaks down the back, and it leaks into in this portion. And actually this seals it pretty good, but as soon as you're trying to dump the cubes, you're getting some water leaking out of there. So to replace this ice maker, there's 3 screws here. 1, 2, and there's one back there. The one on the right, actually, the one you need. You can see, and the whole thing comes off. I'm gonna replace the ice maker for this one, just for that reason, because it wasn't in the correct position. And a test button again for these guys, it's right here underneath. Right now there's water in it. Yeah, when I filled it up twice, it didn't overflow. I know they do have a correct water filter here. There's a water filter location. It's right here in the door. But the other house that I was just there, they did install the braided water line with more water pressure possibly coming through, and also they used a different filter, and they were getting way too much pressure, was spraying all over the top. So I hope this resolves some of your issues. If you do find the fridge that's leaking out of the dispenser, yeah, it could be simple as the water pressure thing. And I'm just gonna put this back together. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys.